But before we get to that, I guess we can say this since it's the first time we've done a podcast since Saturday thank you for everyone who joined in on the Power Hour. That was super fun, and we're 100% doing that again.
Yeah, that was really fun. We really liked the feedback that we got, even if it was just tuning in for a little bit and saying hey and enjoying at least a little bit of time.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to set another one of those up. I mean, it doesn't take much to set up. It's just let's pick a Saturday and do it
to get drunk live on Facebook.
But we'll leave a little bit of time between that one and the next one just to not overdo it.
Or else we're gonna start a weekly Power Hour podcast.
We'll definitely do one it's spring now. Like we'll do a spring one, and heading into summer, and then we'll do a summer one. We might do more than that, but we'll do a spring, summer, fall, winter.
We should do an outdoor one during the summer, grill out and do one while we're grilling out or something.
We should do that.
That'd be dope.
We're gonna do that.
Yeah,
we're gonna figure it out. But yeah, so we had great response to that. We had a handful of people who tuned in with us the whole time, and that was awesome. Thank you guys so much. We had a lot of fun. We probably were rambling and sounded like idiots, but that's probably not too different than right now.
I haven't listened to the audio yet because I'm going to put it up eventually as a podcast for people to tune into, and I guarantee it's going to be terrible.
Every time I scroll through Facebook, it shows it to me, and the first thing that we do is we both make just retarded faces. And I'm every time I scroll past it, I see that. I'm like, oh man, look at my dumb face.
Yeah, we got big dumb faces, but you guys got to see our big dumb faces and drink with us or watch us drink or whatever we did. But it was
either
fun.
way,
so thank you again, and we're gonna do that some more because that was super fun.
Yes,
and that was also the spirit we kind of wanted to create when we started the podcast / website. Is obviously we wanted to talk about the music that we talk about, but we also wanted it to be like a fun site and everything. We wanted it to be something people enjoyed, not just some serious news source or whatever.
Yeah, we obviously care very much about the music that we talk about.
Yeah.
That's why we do this. But I hope people have noticed throughout that, drinking podcast and then just all of our other podcasts, we just like to have fun. So
yeah,
that was great.
'Cause we're two single bros, bro.
Yeah, bro.
We're Brad and Chad. Welcome to the Broad Podcast. Anyway, speaking of bros and douchebags that I don't like, Keith Urban has pretty much ruined every bit of anything he's ever done ever because as we've talked about before, I still maintain that I like a lot of his not a lot of his older music, some of his older music because he does have some actual good songs. But this song called "Coming Out."
Is that what it's called?
No, it's Coming Home.
No. I was going to believe it.
Might as well be called Coming Out because he's coming out as a giant douche-tard. But it's just... So if you haven't heard it, the first 10 seconds is just this kind of scratchy piano. It sounds like an old recording of a piano. And it's oh, man, he's going to go old school with this. And then
the bass drops.
The bass drops, and it's just a techno beat with Mama Tried playing during it. And
not even a Mama Tried. So this legitimately made me more upset than what I can remember being upset about for a lot of other shit. Because
Walker Hayes.
Because Sam Hunt and Walker Hayes are just making shitty music.
Yeah.
They're not taking something that I love and just ruining it. Because the first thought that came into my mind was the fucking part from Anchorman where he knocks over Jack Black and destroys his motorcycle, and he says, "You've destroyed something I love? Now I'm going to do this." And he punts Will Ferrell's dog off the bridge.
Baxter!
I want to punt Keith Urban's dog off a bridge. You've taken something that I love, and you've ruined it.
Punt Nicole Kidman off a bridge.
I'm going to punt Nicole Kidman off a bridge. That is where I'm at.
It is genuinely...
The best metaphor I came up with is that he is taking liquefied boiling lava diarrhea and firing it at fire hose velocity at my eardrums. That's the metaphor that I came up with.
If I know we've talked about it for the last 2 weeks in a row, but freaking Dewey Cox, that movie, when at the end it's just oh, your song is charting
Cox
again.
And Little Nutsack.
Cox and Little Nutsack, because the guy's you make me hard.
Yeah.
Hard.
And it's just sampling this one part of an old song, and it's just completely different. Yeah, I am so angry at this because it's the song has nothing to do with Merle at all.
It's just a generic, small town pandering song.
If you're going to take, because they had to give him a credit, the estate of Merle Haggard had to get a credit on the song. If you're going to take his work and have it in this song at least do something as some sort of like an homage or something along those lines, rather than just we're only going to have this one piece of Mama Tried's guitar riff and we're going to fuck that thing up anyway, and it's not going to have anything to do with Merle Haggard. Like,
this might be divisive with traditionalists, but I like Old Alabama by Brad Paisley. Like, that's a good tribute song to an old band. I have no problem with that song at all. Yeah. And it's also still a country song. Yeah. But, like, that is a good tribute to a band and having actual Alabama singing in it and everything. But this is just digging up Merle's corpse, having your way with it, and leaving it by the side of the road. Like, it is
unbelievable.
Like,
my hat is off to you, Keith Urban, for continuously ruining my day in a worse and worse fashion every time.
Every song he puts out is worse and worse. Like, freaking, like, even, I think it was, oh God, who was it? Ben Shapiro, I think. He talked about Keith Urban's female song on his podcast. It was like, this is the most pandering bullshit.
Well, yeah, so he has the female song, and then he brings in a female pop artist to sing on this song, because like the song is garbage anyway, and I'm kind of glad that no self-respecting like country artist lady was attached to this, because the only one what are you doing?
The only people I could ever see attach themselves to this is like Kelsey Ballerini or Maren Morris. Oh, exactly. Like, I could see them. Yeah,
and I'm glad that no one did, because it's, it just would open a whole other can of disappointment.
Yeah,
but it's like, okay, so the dude writes his song about like female empowerment, like trying to say that like he's helping the movement or whatever, and then he brings an outsider into the midst instead of helping anyone else that's currently trying to chart.
Yeah, it's chart.
Trying to chart. He tried to chart, and he did.
He charted
magnificently.
Oh God, it was more than a chart. He just shit his pants.
As I said, fire hose of boiling lava diarrhea.
Exactly.
High velocity eardrum explosion.